welcome to Café con Leche. My name's Bianca.
My name's Janine, and today we are recording with our friends from Illuminance Media, and we're going to be providing a link to their page in the description box below.
So today we're basically going to tell you about our trip to Cuba.
We went to Cuba on May 3rd to May 7th of this year, 2017.
So we spent 4 days and we traveled to 2 different cities, Trinidad and Havana.
So we just want to share some travel tips with you all, what's important to know before you get to Cuba and when you are in Cuba.
All right, so first things first is visa. You will have to purchase a visa to go to Cuba. It's about $50 and you can get at the airport. Honestly, it's not really a big deal.
You have to provide a reason for which you're going to Cuba, and your reason is going to be educational purposes. You want to learn about the Cuban culture, and to be honest with you, that is exactly what we went to do.
Yeah, basically.
We experienced Cuban culture.
So keep in mind when you're bringing money for your trip, minus $50 out of that money, because I forgot and I was $50 short. So the second thing we're going to talk about is taxis.
Yeah, know your taxis. We have a story about that. We're going to make another video in the future.
But basically, if you want to go in a legit taxi, make sure it has a sticker and it has like a 4-digit number or 6-digit number in the corner. It's really difficult because everybody's a taxi driver over there.
Yes, everyone is a taxi driver, and they have different types of taxis. They have a colectivo, which is a taxi that you can take with other people who are going to the same areas as you, and then they have the yellow taxis, which are a little more expensive, and they have classic taxis, which are the classic cars.
So I know I was really nervous about that going there. I was taking pictures of their license plates and everything, but Cuba is honestly a safe country and you'll have a really good time.
It doesn't feel safe when you're there, but it's safe.
But honestly, I think it's just because it was us two little girls. We're like tiny. We can't take down nobody. So I think that's why I was mostly a little afraid.
Low-key, Bianca was trying to take somebody down. Low-key.
Okay, so the third thing is going to be the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, Wi-Fi.
There's like no Wi-Fi. They say there's Wi-Fi, but as soon as you get in, it kicks you out.
Mm-hmm. And you have to have a password. Sometimes you have to have 2 passwords.
It's just not worth it. Just be prepared to not be on any Wi-Fi.
Yeah, social media, out the window.
Out the window. I called my parents. Like, I had to use like my minutes to call my parents, but I would do like a quick call, tell them I'm okay, or send a text message or whatever.
True story, my phone bill came back $150 higher then because I used my phone more to call my mom. I was calling my mom a lot in Cuba. So just be aware.
Fourth thing is going to be... Okay, so the taxi that we took to Trinidad. So originally, when we were planning to go to Trinidad, we were like, oh, we're going to take a bus or a train that's going to take 7 hours. Nah, we didn't do that.
Don't do that.
It's not worth it. We took a taxi that was basically $30, and it took us from Havana to Trinidad, which is 4 hours, which is really good.
We were skeptical about it, though. And then at the end, we had to take that taxi, and it was the best decision we made.
Honestly.
Yeah.
And we can refer you that.
Yes, we're going to add their details in the description box as well.
Right. So, okay. Next thing, money. So, you want to... Okay, when we got to Havana, they were taking some of our American money, but of course we had to give them a little bit extra because the currency difference. But when we got to Trinidad, they do not take any American money. Like, you have to go to the bank and you need to...
You can't use American money in Trinidad. So if you're going there thinking, oh, they're going to do the same thing in Havana that they did in Havana...
And honestly, it's an inconvenience for them at this point because you didn't change your money when you came to their country.
And Trinidad is a smaller town as well. It's very
country, small. So they're not gonna, they're not gonna take it.
Oh, another thing about money is that for a Cuban dollar is 1-to-1 with the US dollar, but of course there's taxes. So you really get 87 cents for your $1. So just keep that in mind.
Right. So if you're going to bring $100, you're really bringing
13%. Take that out because that's what you're going to be working with in Cuba.
Exactly. So if you think, okay, 500 is going to be enough, you need to bring more than enough because they're going to take out those taxes. Because that's what happened to me at the last day. I was like, in my purse counting.
We were counting coins on the bed. We have a story about that.
But you don't want to be counting coins on the last day. But so more about Trinidad. Okay, I love Trinidad.
Yeah, me too. There. I love it.
I felt so comfortable. I wasn't scared. I felt safe. I didn't feel like nobody was trying to, pull a quick one on me.
Try to stay with a family who has like a tour guide with them. There are a couple, because we saw on Airbnb a couple of families who advertise that, but we stayed with a really nice family.
Yes, and we'll recommend
we'll
them in our
share their information
box.
Also in the description
We had
box.
an amazing time. One thing about Trinidad, do not wear heels. If you think you're gonna be cute,
I thought I was gonna be cute.
Your heels, you're gonna break an ankle. Like,
I thought I was gonna be cute. I was even insisting after I found out what was good, because there's on the floor.
Yeah, you're always gonna find, because there's like a lot of horses and animals, because it's country, so there's a lot of
Yeah, which I mean it's fine, but there is excrement on the floor that you need to watch out for. And if you think that you're gonna wear your red bottoms in Cuba, think again, boo.
I didn't even bring my red bottoms because I already knew. Like, I could barely walk in my red bottoms in America. But this floor is stone, so you want to wear comfortable shoes because you're gonna be walking everywhere. There's no point in taking a taxi in Trinidad. Like, there's no point at all. We walked from our Airbnb to the cave. There's like a club in the cave, which I highly recommend going. Where else did we walk?
To the village area to eat dinner.
Oh, yeah, that's true. We did.
And then there's also like excursions that you'll be walking to. You'll be walking to the horses to the excursion. So
exactly. We did not use a car the whole time.
Yeah, Trinidad, you're not going to use a car.
It's pointless.
But it's great. I love Trinidad.
Yeah.
Like, between Trinidad and Havana, I would definitely
go back to Trinidad. Yeah.
I didn't lose anything in Havana.
Or not.
But next on the list.
Okay, so we talked about our Casa Particular.
Yes.
Which was also affordable. Everything there is affordable. Like, the only thing you really be spending money on is your taxis. And that's traveling from cities. Yes,
and I just want to add about the Casa Particular. We stayed in one that had 2 beds, and those beds fit 2 people. Like, I was with Bianca in Bianca's bed the whole night.
Yeah, there was no point of...
Yeah, exactly. So if you have another 2 people who are going to be traveling with you, then for $15, you can have 4 people.
Literally, it's so affordable. Like, y'all, you have to do it. Like, I would do that over a hotel anytime, because I still had a great time. Like,
absolutely.
And also, the water. You want to drink out of water bottles.
Yes.
When you go there, so you don't get sick or anything.
I even brush my teeth with water from the bottle, but
my family went and they use, like, when they brush their teeth, they use the sink water and nothing happened to them, so that's not a big deal either. Oh, another thing. Make sure you write your name or their name. So if you're gonna stay at a Casa Particular, you want to write their name, their address, because we got lost so many times. I naturally get lost on a daily basis.
And we had 2 like really close experiences in Cuba where we got lost. One of them, we had the address and we were still lost
because it was nighttime and it was dark and every house looked the same.
And the second time, to be honest with you, the second time we dropped the ball. It was our fault, but we were lost, and that was a close call, but we found it.
We found it.
Yeah,
you're gonna find your way. Even just don't panic. You're gonna find it. Hand sanitizer. You want to bring hand sanitizer or hand wipes when you travel to Cuba. Some places, even, you might want to bring your own toilet paper because they don't, like, if you go to a restaurant, some restaurants don't provide toilet paper.
And in the cave, they were charging, 25 cents?
They were charging 25 cents.
For 2 applies of toilet paper, which is okay.
But when you're drinking, you got to go to the bathroom a lot and you don't get a change on you. Because once I drank... I gotta go a lot. So you want to keep that in mind.
Definitely. Oh, Cuban cigars for a bargain.
Yeah.
So if you go to Cuba, you got to bring back some Cuban cigars, right? So we researched Cuba thoroughly, so we knew what to expect, and we were approached by a man.
Yeah, it was so weird. Like, he just came up to us. And the people there are so friendly that you feel like it's sketchy. Like, you're like, why is he talking to me? We're not used to it in America because nobody just comes up to you and is like, hey, let me, you know, we always think someone's trying to pull a quick one on us. But he was really friendly. He just approached us. We were talking. He brought up cigars, and then...
So we had read about it. We read that there's going to be sketchy... Okay, so in a forum, I read that they're sketchy. Like, they seem sketchy, and they ask you, do you want Cuban cigars for a bargain? And it looks really dangerous, but once you get there, it's legit. Like, they really are going to sell you legit Cuban cigars for a bargain. So it's totally different when you're actually in Cuba. Yes. It was scary, and we looked at each other and we were like, are we gonna go?
Scary.
Yeah.
Like, he was walking up the steps like it was nothing, and I stopped at the bottom of the steps and I was like, I'm not going in there. Like, it was literally how you would picture in those movies.
Taken.
Yeah, like dark alley, stairs,
stairway
water
up,
dripping from the ceiling, like everything that says turn around was basically in that alley. And I said a quick little prayer and I was like, I'm gonna get these cigars. But
when we got up there was this little Asian man out there. He was getting his cigars, we were getting our cigars, and there were kids there.
So
that made me
shocked.
feel that made me feel better. With the kids were there and stuff. The wife was there, so we got our cigars.
Yeah, he was really nice,
really sweet. We actually have a picture with him though.
Yeah, we'll insert it later.
Yeah.
Another thing is changing money. We already spoke about this earlier, but that just shows how important it is to change
your money.
Because our last 2 days were a weekend. It was a Saturday and a Sunday, and the banks are closed. And we didn't have any
we didn't have no money.
Coops.
Yeah, we didn't have coops, we didn't have coops, we didn't have nothing. So we had to find Cuban money, and we read time after time, do not change your money on the streets. You can end up in jail. What do? We changed our money on the streets. On the streets.
We had to do what we had to do.
Yeah.
We were so hungry. I told the man, I was like, look, I'm hungry. Don't be playing these games with me. If you're going to give me the money, give me the money.
Yes, and we were snapping the whole trip. Like, Bianca was snapping on the taxi drivers. I was snapping on the guy with the money. I said, listen, you need to give me your business card, so when I end up in jail, I can give him your business card and be like, go find him.
Literally. It was so sketchy. Like, to this day, I honestly don't even know if he really did give us kooks, but we made it.
We prayed before we ate.
I was so scared, because the next place we had to go was to the restaurant. So that's when we had to realize, like, okay, did he give us real money or did he give us fake money? And they took our money.
We could have been in jail, but we made it.
I slid as soon as they took the money. They took the money. I was like, bye. See you later.
I'm sliding.
So that was our tips and tricks for Cuba. We'll be like doing part 2s, part 3s of story times if you guys are interested.
Definitely.
If you guys have any questions, leave them below in the comment section. We'll get back to you as soon as possible, of course.
Thank you.
Bye.